Hello everyone, UFC 326 is coming soon. In the main event, Max Holloway will try once again to defend his BMF belt, this time against another top lightweight fighter, Charles Oliveira. For a numbered UFC event, the card is not full of huge names, but there are still some interesting fighters that make the event exciting. The first fight is a rematch between Gregory Rodriguez versus Bruno Ferreira. 3 years ago, in their first fight, Ferreira knocked out Robocop at the end of the first round. This is a good opportunity for Robocop to avenge that loss, and in my opinion, he will do it. Rodriguez is a powerful striker. In his recent fights, he has had confident victories, and he even knocked out Jack Hermanson in brutal fashion. Ferreira is also a well-rounded fighter. He has good striking and can use his grappling like he did against Armen Petrosyan. He is coming into this fight with 2 wins. But in my opinion, Rodriguez will be too much for Ferreira right now. Rodriguez is much taller and also has a much longer reach. I also think he is the technically better striker, and we shouldn't forget that his base is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, even though now he prefers striking because he enjoys knockouts. My pick, Gregory Rodriguez by finish. The next fight is Drew Dober versus Michael Johnson. This is a fight between two veterans and it should be very interesting. Drew Dober recently broke his losing streak. In his last fight, he was losing the first 2 rounds but managed to finish the fight in the third. Meanwhile, 39-year-old Michael Johnson comes into this fight with 3 wins in a row. I really want him to win this fight. It will be interesting to see if a fourth straight victory could give him a chance to fight someone from the top 15. In my opinion, we will see a striking battle that lasts all 3 rounds, where Johnson wins by decision thanks to his experience and skill. 2-1 on the scorecards. Next, we have Rob Font versus Raul Rosas Jr. Veteran Rob Font will try to stop the 21-year-old rising prospect Raul Rosas, who is 17 years younger than him. This is basically a striker versus grappler matchup. In my opinion, Rosas will pass this veteran test. Font has stopped several promising young fighters in the past, but I think Rosas will be too much for him right now. Rosas has a strong grappling game and good chances to win using it. Taking Rob down is not very difficult. If Rob manages to get back up or defend the takedowns, then Rosas could have problems in the striking exchanges. But overall, I see Raul Rosas winning this fight by decision. Now, the co-main event, Caio Baralho vs Renier de Ridder. Both fighters lost their last fight. Baralho lost a decision to Nasruddin Imavov, while the Ridder lost to Brendan Allen, tapping out in the 5th round. Unlike the Ridder, Baralho actually looked pretty good in his fight against Imavov. The Ridder, on the other hand, looked terrible against Allen. Allen completely dominated him. However, we should remember that the Ridder was fighting for the 5th time that year, after already winning 4 fights. It was his 5th weight cut, and he said himself that he felt bad during the wall camp and was not fully ready for that fight. Still, in this matchup with Baralho, I don't see any area where the Ridder is clearly better. Baralho is also a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, so the Ridder's grappling advantage probably won't help him much. In striking, Baralho is clearly better and his cardio is also stronger. My prediction, Caio Baralho to win by decision. And finally, the main event, a very interesting and highly anticipated fight between two fan favorites, Max Holloway vs Charles Oliveira for the BMF title. This is a very interesting matchup. Experts consider Max the favorite, but you definitely can't count Oliveira out, especially after his impressive victory over Gamrot. For me, there are 2 possible scenarios here. If Charles, from the very beginning of the fight until the end, tries to keep the fight on the ground, taking it down, controlling and trying to submit, then I think he will definitely have very good chances to win. But if the fight stays on the feet, if Charles decides to trade strikes or keeps the whole fight standing, then I'm almost 100% sure about a Holloway victory. However, I think Charles probably won't be too eager to keep the fight on the ground. He will definitely strike. Of course, he's good on the feet too, but not better than Holloway. And if he fights that way, then I'm picking Holloway. In that case, a finish is even possible. For example, after a lot of strikes, Holloway could overwhelm Charles and finish him against the cage. It will be very hard to watch one of them lose. They are both among my favorite fighters, and honestly, I don't even know who to root for. But one thing remains. This will be a fight that will make the fans happy. Taking everything into account, I choose Max Holloway as the winner. That's all for today, guys. Please support my channel because I have a dream to become famous in the UFC like this black writer from the 18th century. That's why the support of every viewer is important to me. Now you will see my prediction for the entire card, and tomorrow I will make a review of the fights that took place. Thank you all and have a good day.